How's it going, Rogues Gallery, and welcome to another Shadowverse Evolve video here on Red Zone Rogue. Today I am incredibly excited because we are opening up the two newest Shadowverse Evolve starter decks, and these are particularly very cool. In today's video, we're going to open these up, well, obviously, but we're also going to talk about some sample decks you can make because it comes with like a little extra pack that has some cards to upgrade the starter deck that comes inside. We'll talk about what all that means, but it also comes with some digital codes for the new Shadowverse Worlds Beyond digital game that's coming out very shortly. So we'll talk about everything that comes inside, and yeah, I'm really stoked. I think these are actually very cool, and I just really can't wait to open them up. So without further ado, let's get to it. All right, Shadowverse Evolve English Edition Worlds Beyond Starter Set. That's what these are officially called, the Worlds Beyond Starter Sets. And I already kind of said at the start, I'm really excited for these for a few different reasons. I think these are the perfect way to start playing Shadowverse Evolve if you are new to the game, or if you've never picked up the original starter decks. Because what these are, and we'll kind of talk about that as we open these up. We're going to go ahead and open up this one first, because Swordcraft is one of my favorite classes next to Abyss. Sword and Abyss are my two go-to classes, with I think maybe Rune being my third. Shout out to all of the Dragon fans out here, and my buddy Ignitius, who I'm sure is loving that one. But what this is essentially, it is the original Shadowverse Evolve starter deck, but with like I don't know, like 25% new cards, as well as some booster packs and some other fancy stuff, including the storage box. So let's take off this slip cover here. It does give you all the information on here as well, including deck breakdown, you know, the number of copies of everything in here, as well as what comes in the expansion pack, what comes in here, and like a QR code, all that kind of good stuff. But this is what we came here for. Let's take a look at the box. It's just like a cardboard storage box, but I really love these for storing decks. This will actually fit two of the these style of deck boxes, like these official like Bushiroad Shadowverse Evolve deck boxes. This will actually fit two of these inside, which is great. I have another one of these that I picked up a little bit earlier. Not this one particular, but a different one. It was like a holiday thing with Arissa on it. Anyway, let's open this up. If there's any like codes in here for Worlds Beyond, I'm gonna set those aside because I want to use the codes. So there might be a weird cut if there's the codes. I don't know where the codes are. For the booster boxes, when we open those up, I'm gonna give away a lot of those codes because you can only use 5 of them, and I'm gonna be opening up in a full case. So this is Marie Melise, one of the new leaders from Shadowverse Worlds Beyond, and we also have the extra cards as well as the 3 Gods of the Arcana booster packs. We also have our deck. So this is the original Shadowverse Evolve starter deck. There are some really good cards in here, especially in the Dragoncraft one. There are some staples that you will use in almost every single Dragon deck, and they only come in the starter deck as well as the Glory Finder product. And then we also have some punch outs and some life counters and all this kind of stuff to kind of help you play. And then there's like a foam insert. We'll take that out and we'll deal with that a little bit later. So let's go ahead and close this up here. Let's just show this real quick to kind of get out of the way. But it's just kind of like your standard fare of starter deck stuff, including like a life counter type deal, a quick manual to kind of like help you learn how to play, which is fantastic. I love when card games have physical things like this. There is kind of like a little paper play mat that will help you with the zones and keeping track of your play points and all that kind of stuff. But honestly, I would highly recommend just downloading the companion app. There's an official Shadowverse Evolve companion app that keeps track of all this kind of stuff for you, and that it's amazing. And then we also have some little punch outs that has like damage and power counters and all this kind of stuff. These will be pretty useful if you don't have some dice. So that's great. I don't know why I closed this because I'm just going to set these all back inside. I'm actually going to probably put them back in that thing later, but we don't need to do that right now. And so here is the starter deck. It's got my girl Tsubaki. I really like Tsubaki. She's great. She can give herself Storm or just like kill a dude. We have Latham, which I think he's been outclassed a little bit these days, but he's fine, a 2-drop 3/3. Floral Fencer, this is actually a Swordcraft staple. Decks still run Floral Fencer, and you can only get it in the starter decks or as promos, so this is actually a really nice pickup. Moonlight Assassin, White General, Ninja Trainee. We have some Veteran Lancers, just regular Fencers, very cute. Oathless Knights. Quickbladers used to be like a staple, but it's kind of like run its course a little bit. Forge Weaponry. This is a little removal spell, Onslaught. This one is still also used in a lot of decks, and you can only get it here in the starter deck, Unbridled Fury, so it's really nice to get them here. We've got some Goblins, a Fighter, Angelic Sword Maiden, and then we have our Evo cards. We have our 3 Evo Floral Fencers, which is great. 3 Oathless Knights, and 3 Quickbladers, and then a Goblin. We also have our EPs, our 3 Evo points. We have our Erica Swordcraft Leader. You can scan this one into the app, and you'll get extra voice lines for Erica, which is cool. And then we have all of our tokens, which is great. You'll need these for the Floral Fencer. Let's go ahead and open this. And I think we have, so we have the 3 packs. We have this, which is a really exciting thing. Let me take this other thing off screen and see. Oh yeah. So it has my my serial code here. So this is what it looks like. My code is right there. But you get Marimali's emblem, Marimali's sleeves, and a card pack ticket for Worlds Beyond, which is really, really cool. So I love how they are combining and collabing between the 2 physical game and the digital game, which is really, really cool. And it kind of tells you how to do that here, which is great. So that's awesome. I'll be using that, getting myself a free pack. We have our 3 Gods of the Arcana booster packs, which we will be opening up here, as well as this. Now, once again, I don't think this Marimali's is a scannable leader. I was hoping that it was, but I don't think it is based on the thickness. Ooh. Oh, what? Wait, do you always get this ultimate rare? I think you might. Hold on. Where's the thing? Hold on. I have not seen this yet. All right, what does this say? Okay. Let's see. Marimali's storage box, Worlds Beyond gift code, expansion card pack, 3 Gods of the Arcana packs, 1 pre-built deck, 40 cards, and 10 evolved cards, 1 leader, 10 tokens, 3 Evo points, 1 playmat. Okay. Well, this card is beautiful. So this is an ultimate rare Pulsefire Assault, which is a surefire bullet, which is just a staple card for Shadowverse Evolve. It's a 2-drop, deals 3 damage to a follower, but if that follower is evolved, it deals 4 damage instead. This is absolutely gorgeous. I did not know about this. Holy crap, dude. Obviously, I've themed it Worlds Beyond here. And then we have the leader. And yeah, the leader is not a thick leader, so it does not have a chip in there to scan. But you can still officially use this leader for tournaments and competitive events and that kind of stuff. If you want a scannable one, you do have the Erica here. And the other cards we have 3 monochrome duels. This card is incredibly good, staple for Swordcraft right now. And then we have the Queen Hemera the White. So this is card that goes with monochrome duel, as well as Magnus the Black. Also goes with monochrome duel. We have Savage Swordsman, which is a great little just buff dude. Who's basically a 1-drop 3/3 if you have a token follower, which is really strong. And then we have some Novice Troopers. Now, Novice Troopers will be fine when you start out, but you will definitely want to upgrade this into Ralmia's eventually, which are a little bit more of an expensive legendary card. And so because of that, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So that is almost half a deck. The most important cards here are the Savage Swordsman, the Queens, and the Monochrome Duel. Monochrome Duel and the Queens are very, very strong. So yeah, that is excellent. And then what I personally would do here, before we open this up, if you're brand new, we're gonna go through here. And we're gonna choose some cards to take out and cut for these 15 cards, right? So easy cuts right here. We have these. We can cut all those, which means we'll also likely have to cut this goblin eventually. You don't have to have exactly 10 cards in your Evo deck, so hopefully we can pull something that Evos and is good in our Gods of the Arcana packs here. But I would cut these right here. We don't really need those. Let's see what else. We can give this follower Bane. She's kind of a decent 3/2 for 2, not too bad. The White General might want to get cut. The Ninja Trainees will likely get cut as well. Veteran Lancer, it's a 2/3 with Ward. I think those are maybe on the chopping block a little bit. You definitely keep these in here. Definitely keep the Quick Bladers. I'm not too big on the Forge Weaponries. It's just like a buff and you draw a card, but I feel like you're wasting your turn if you're doing that with like current Shadowverse Evolve. The game's a lot faster and more aggressive than that. This is not too bad. You do 5 damage to an enemy follower and you put a Knight in your EX area, so you can still get that token. Unbridled Fear is going to be great for our tokens. It deals damage equal to the number of followers you have. So let's count these and see how many we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we could still cut 4 more. I think we want to cut some of a little bit of our higher drops here. So he's a 5/3 with Rush. And on Strike, you select down the fall on your field and you give it +2 attack. That's not too bad, and having Rush isn't too bad. Fencer is a 3-drop 3/3. Select another fall on your field and give it +1/+1. It's just a 3-drop 3/3 though. I'm favoring the 2 drops more. We might just cut the Fencer here. And then we just need one more cut. Let's see, 2-drop 3/3. We'll keep him. Maybe we'll cut one of these White Generals. They're a little expensive and they don't do too much, and I like to have at least some of the low drops here. So I believe that's 15 here. This is what I would cut. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 15. Yep, I would cut these ones and then jam all of these into the deck here. Whoop. As I drop our Novice Trooper, which at one time was a really nice staple card. And then this is what I would jam. There's a lot of room for upgrades. And maybe if you'd like to see a full video on like full upgrade, let me know. But this is what I would do immediately. Jam those new 15 cards in here. You have almost half of a new deck, and you're good to go. And then these ones you would just set to the side here. Just kind of set these back here. And that's what I would do for here. And I would obviously use Marie Melise because she is beautiful. Not as beautiful as this Ultimate. Really curious to look in the other one and see if we get another one in the other in this box here. And then let's open up the packs, right? So if you just want to see this one, go ahead and skip ahead. But let's open up some Gods of the Arcana packs. There's some really, really nice stuff here, including Zelganea, which is going to be used in a lot of decks going forward. Not a ton this meta, but in future metas and future sets, we're going to do that. We have a Magical Augmentation, and also let's keep an eye out for some Swordcraft cards that we could put into our deck here. Blossoming Archer. Ooh, we got a legendary in here. Unselfish Grace. I kind of like this card for Rune. Oh, we did. We got a sword legendary. We got 7 Oluwan the Chariot. So it's very like tarot themed here. So it's a 3-drop 3/3. Fanfare, choose one, summon a Knight token, or you can give this +1 in Rush and Ward, or you deal 2 damage to each enemy leader, or you can pay for, bury this, and then summon a Runaway Chariot from your Evolve deck. Ooh, so that's the advanced kind of deal. All right, well, we're definitely going to be putting this into our Swordcraft deck here. Then we have Somnolent Strength, beautiful card. And then we have a Priestess of Foresight Evo card, and then a Ghost token. Sweet. All right, well, yeah, we were definitely jamming that into our deck here. And so what I would do is I'd go through here and pull out a card. Probably another one of those 4-drops, but I'd have to play with this to see exactly where it fits. But I think we just cut another one of these White Generals. And we'll put this new legendary in here. All right. Makes a token. Tokens are good for this deck. And then we'll put our White General in the back. All right, we'll stick these back here too. Oh, well, actually, we have more packs. That was just one pack. So hold on. Getting a little bit ahead of myself. Like, I was just like, yeah, let's move on to the dragon deck. No, dude, we got 2 more packs. What am I doing? What am I doing? All right. We have a Stalwart Featherfolk. So let's just kind of like set all the playables aside. Arcane Auteur. We have a Spirit Curator. Helio Dragon. Dragon Impact. Ooh. Firen Heaven Sent Wind God. So she's a 4-drop 2/2, costs 3 less to play from the EX area. It's gonna be really hard for our deck to do that. Fanfare, select an enemy fall on the field and deal it 4 damage. It's not too bad. At start of end phase, give each other fall on your field +1. Maybe in our deck. I don't know. Then we have a Salvia Panther, Evo, and then a Holy Tiger. Down so long in the midnight sea. Let's open up our final pack here for the Swordcraft one. I still can't get over how good the ultimate rare. Ooh, okay. Here we have a 1-drop Swordcraft. It's a Ernesto Weapons Hawker. I think this one might be good for the deck here. So we have 1-drop. You fanfare select another sword fall on your field, give it +1, and a sail. Really nice. At the start of our end phase, if there's a merchant follower not named Ernesto on our field, deal 2 damage to each enemy leader. So we definitely want some merchant synergy there. Not too bad though. Not too bad. We have a Prismaplume Bird. Creative Conjurer, Swiftblade Dragon Newt, Mind Splitter. This is another neutral card. It's a 2-drop 2/3. There's at least 4 followers on our field. Put the top card of our deck into our EX area. Yeah, maybe. I can make it in there. We have this Dual Rage Dragoncraft card, Springwell Dragon Keeper, and then another Knight token. Alright, so yeah, for this, I'd probably consider running these, though 1-drop that gives our dude +1 and a sail. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. I would play around with this. Once again, if this was like my first deck and I was just kind of like building this out, I'd probably, let's see, take out that 4-drop because I think the one that pumps our squad might be pretty interesting to play with. And then once we start getting here, what are we going to be cutting? Maybe start cutting the Quick Bladers. There's just 1-drop 1/1s with Storm, and it's kind of a high Evo cost. So maybe I'll cut 1 Quick Blader and 1. I like that these have Bane. You can just trade them into like anything. They're pretty small though, but I don't know. I'll just cut the Quick Bladers. That's what I'm gonna do. I think the time of the Quick Blader is over. They're not as impactful as some of this other stuff. I'd rather have stuff like this that impacts our board in a little bit more of a meaningful way. And even this one essentially can draw us a card, and it counts itself, so we just need 3 other followers when it fanfares. And that's going to be easy for our deck because we make a lot of tokens. And then this one can pump up all of our tokens. And these two kind of synergize together. So that's what I would do with this particular deck. So yes, that is our... You get a lot of cards here. Look at that. This is our Swordcraft deck. Like, marvel at this thing a little bit more. All right, now on to the Dragoncraft deck. This one is going to come with some staples, like I mentioned. All the Dragoncraft starters come with Dragon Oracle, which is an absolute staple for Dragoncraft. So picking this up if you don't have your Dragon Oracles is just really, really nice. Here we have the new Dragoncraft leader for Worlds Beyond, Galan. And then we have our Dragoncraft deck, and then the same kind of like, you know, stuff that the other one came with. So let's go ahead and toss that into my recycling. Let's go ahead and look at the deck real quick, just in case you are unfamiliar with it. And as I mentioned, there's a lot of really nice staples in this one. I believe the Dragoncraft deck also came with blank tokens as well. So this one, you get some blank tokens. You get artists, or maybe yourself if you're a good artist, or you can draw a stick figure if you want to. But I think this one comes with some blank tokens. So here we have Fafnir, big old 8-drop that deals 5 damage to each enemy follower on the field. So it's a nice one-way board wipe. We have the Dragon Oracles. You're going to use these in literally every single Dragoncraft deck for the most part. Dragon Warriors, starter deck exclusive. Actually pretty good. Nice little 2-for-1 when you evo it. Does a little bit of damage. Got some Dragon Newt Princesses. We have Dragon Guard, just a big dude. We have some Fire Lizard. It's just a 3/2, deals a little bit of damage on Fanfare. We have the Dread Dragon. 7 drops, select an enemy fall on the field and deal 7 damage. This is one that we might cut. It's just kind of a high drop. We have Rock, 3 drop, 3/3. You can evo it for 0, and then Strike gets +1 attack. We have the Glint Dragon, 4 drop, 5/3. Fanfare, dome an enemy follower for 3. It's not too bad. Dragon Rider, it's an evo. Oh, you have Overflow, you get a dragon token in your EX area. Not too bad. Seabrand Dragon on Overflow. This can get Storm, which isn't too bad, but this is definitely one that we're probably going to cut, though. Blazing Breath, nice all-around removal. You'll want to get another one of these for Dragon. Dragon Wings, it's I think it's an AoE. Yeah, 3 damage to all followers. Overflow, 3 damage to... just 2 damage to all followers. Overflow does 3 damage instead. It's okay, it's okay. Here's some neutrals. We're going to cut these ones as well. Except for the dragon or the angelic snipe. These are great. We're gonna keep the snipes in the deck. And then we have our Evo cards, and then we have this Goliath, which once again, well, we'll have to find a replacement for that at some point. We have our Evo points. We have our Rowan leader. Once again, you can scan him into the app, as well as it does come with. So it comes with the dragons, and it comes with some blank tokens. These are great for like artists and that kind of stuff. Awesome. Well, let's go ahead and take a look at our upgrade pack. I think, by the way, how many do we have here? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm gonna cut 9 more at least. Let's see. We're gonna do. That's not too bad. We'll need the rocks. I think we're gonna cut these. So that's 2. These are just big dudes. Might be. Probably we'll cut these. 2, 3, 4. I'm unsure of some of these. We definitely want to keep enough Evo so we can still have like cards to Evo. Maybe this Glint Dragon. Maybe the 3 damage isn't enough. So this will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then maybe just the Fire Lizards, 8, 9. So we'll start that. These are the cuts that we're going to start here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I think I counted that right. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 15. Okay. All right. Now let's take a look at this. I'm very curious to see if we got another ultimate rare. Once again, don't know if that was like a really chase thing or if you get one in everything. I thought I saw something about it, but I just don't remember. It's been a long month for me, all right? It's been a long month. All right, let's open this up and find out. All right, did we get... Oh, we did get... Oh, okay, let's go. You might get one in every deck. I need to get another one, I need to get another one so I can have a playset of the Surefire Bullets. Playset in this game is 3 cards. God, that's beautiful. All right. I mean, this alone, man, just makes it so good. See, it's so good. So we have our Galan leader, and then we have, pardon me, we have our gold cards, Force a Dragon Newt, second enemy fall on the field and deal 3 damage. Draw a card and discard a card at quick speed. This is great. We have Conflagration, great AoE, 5 damage to each follower on the field. Also fantastic. Serpent Wrath, another staple. This also deals 5 damage, and if you have Overflow, you get to draw a card. We have Dragon's Nest, another staple. And then Dragon's Handspur, this is kind of a newer one. 2 drops, select an enemy fall on the field, deal 2 damage, and draw a card. Also great. So we get a bunch of removal to make our deck last a little bit longer. And once again, this is 15 cards. And so these, like I said, these are likely the ones that I would cut for those cards. And then we're going to be playing a little bit more of a control-y game, dealing damage and clearing up the enemy board until we can play our big stuff like Fafnir here. We also have our big Dragon Guard and yeah, all this other nice stuff. So yeah, we'll jam all these in, and this is what I personally would be rocking. So let's put Galan on the front, and let's see if we can pull anything from. Put these in view. Let's see if we can pull anything from these. I mean, let me cycle the camera real quick. All right. Let's get started. See if we can pull something nice. Maybe another ultimate. Ooh, Gallant Dragon Newt. 2-drop 2/2. Look at the top 2 cards of your deck. You can reveal an armed card from among them. Okay, so you definitely want armed cards. So this will likely not make it into our deck, but until we had a critical mass of armed cards. Honorable Thief. Pure Shot Angel. 5-drop 5/5. Ooh, we definitely got some legendaries here. 5-drop 5/5. You can Evo it for 1. Fanfare, deal 3 damage. Well, if we get an Evo, we might be able to put that in. Topaz Swordian. Oh, Rooney. Resolute Diviner. Unfortunately, this is Runecraft, but I think Rooney's actually pretty sweet. We have a Windflower Tiger. Oh, we have Like All the Fool. Really cool. So this is another Runecraft. We've got 2 Runecraft legendaries here. So that was definitely a Rooney, Runecraft heavy pack there. Might still use this Pure Shot Angel. I don't know. We'll see. All right. Second pack. We have a Crocus Rat. What? I think we got an ultimate from our Dragon starter deck. Wow. Okay. Well, we have this one that also requires an Evo, so we'll set this aside. You might want that. Pompous Summons. I can't believe we got an ultimate rare from this. We did. Oh my god. Oh, it's an Arcana one. Are they all Arcana? Well, let's see. Oh, let's go. Let's go, dude. This is Zelganea. This is the ultimate rare to get. I think we just pulled the best, the best card in the entire set in its highest rarity form. Zelganea is an absolute house. This card is crazy. Yeah, so it's a 5-drop 5/5 Fanfare. Select an enemy follower on the field. If there are no other followers on your field, destroy the enemy follower and you draw a card. And then also Fanfare, if your leader's defense is 10 or less, you heal 5, and then you can play 10 play points and banish this card from your cemetery. Then you may put a Zelganea Oh Great World from our Evolve deck into our EX area. So if we get that card, we can show it off. There's no shot we got it here though, right? No. Okay, we got a whale. It just helps. It just ends the game. It's crazy. Oh my god, I can't believe we got the Zelganea. That is wild. We also got this Eternal Whale, 5-drop 5/6 with Ward. If it's placed in the EX area, recover 4 play points. Last words, deal 2 damage to each enemy leader. Put this card into its owner's deck, second from the top or bottom. Ooh, we might put that in the deck. We might put that one in the deck. All right, man. I was not expecting the Zelganea ultimate rare, dude. Yeah, you can get ultimate rares from these apparently. We have Skewer for like a chest support. Silverbolt Hunter, that actually kind of looks maybe like me a little bit. One Winged Trader. 2-drop 2/2. You can Evo. Look at the top card of your deck. If it's an Angel or Fallen card, reveal it, add to your hand. Sweet. That's a really cool like Angel synergy card. Lightning Kicker. I like her glasses. I like her glasses. Aerial Slash. And then we have Evo Lightning Kicker. Let's go. We actually got the regular and the Evo. That's pretty cool. This would have been really good for the Swordcraft deck. All right. Well, let's see. We didn't get a ton for our deck. I think we're just putting in the whale. But in terms of just like pulls, the dragon deck had the pulls in spades, my dude. We definitely putting in that whale though. What are we gonna cut for it? Probably something like Angelic Snipe, I would say. We have a lot of removal already, so just getting in another big dummy in there would help quite a bit. Unfortunately, we wouldn't be playing this Zelganea until we can actually, have the other Zelganea in our Evo deck. But, whew, that's a nice one. So yeah, I mean, like a little bias here, but we got some beautiful cards. Got some absolutely beautiful cards here. Yeah, so that's what I would do, right? So give you kind of a little rundown of it. You got the previous starter decks. You get like 15 card upgrade pack. You get the 3 Gods of the Arcana booster packs as well. You get this Pulsefire Assault, which is a Surefire Bullet ultimate rare, which is absolutely gorgeous. And then, of course, you get the code for the booster pack and the flare, the emblem, or the emblem, the sleeves, and the card pack ticket, all on Worlds Beyond. I think this is an amazing product. I think this is a slam dunk product. If you can find this at MSRP, it is just an excellent. You get a lot of stuff, and I think it's great stuff. And Shadowverse Evolve is like, you know, my favorite game out there. It's so much fun to play. Can't play it enough. And I mean, we did get pretty lucky here with here with the polls, but yeah, I do kind of wish the leaders were scannable though. But c'est la vie, c'est la vie. Thank you all so much for watching. Let me know what you think of the video in the comments section down below. If you are new to Shadowverse Evolve, I do highly recommend picking these up. You might be able to even trade or sell your Pulsefire Assault to someone who's already established if they have extra cards, because I know I personally would do that because I would like another copy. So yeah, this is great. And of course, doesn't factor into this, but man, pulling the Selkinea. Whew. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. Once again, let me know what you think in the comments down below, and we'll see you next time for some more Shadowverse Evolve content. See you later, everyone. Oh, and maybe some Worlds Beyond content too. Let me know. All right, see you later.